Okay, let's talk about lines and spaces. On a musical staff, there are 5 lines and there are 4 spaces. These lines and spaces are numbered from the bottom up. So our first question here is number the lines and spaces in the staff below. So here we go. If they're numbered from the bottom up, our first line is number 1, so we'll put a 1 there. Our second line is number 2, so we'll put a 2 right on that line. If you can see, the lines are going through the numbers. It's supposed to be like that. Our next line is number 3, so we count up 1, 2. Here's line 3, and we make sure that the line is going right through the number 3. Our next one is number 4. So we have the line going through line number 4. And our next line is number 5. There it is right there. 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. Now the spaces are the parts in between the lines. Our first space is right here. Our second space is between lines 2 and 3 right here. If you notice with the spaces, there are no lines going through the spaces. So we have space 1, space 2, here's space 3, and here's space 4. 5 lines, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Our next question says, draw a whole note on the appropriate line. So a whole note looks like this. It's like a little 0. And because it's on a line, we want to make sure that the middle of the line goes through the note. So on line number 1, they want us to draw a whole note. So we take it right here. We draw a whole note. See how the line is going through the note? That's on line number 1. Now line number 5. So we count up 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's line 5. So we draw our whole note right there with the line going through it. Line 3, 1, 2, here's line 3. We draw our note. Line 4, 1, 2, 3. There's line 4. Line 2, 1, 2, and then we draw our note. Line 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's line 5. Draw our note. Line 2, 1, 2, and draw our note. Line 1, that's at the very bottom here. Line 4, 1, 2, 3, here it is, and draw the note. Line 3, 1, 2, 3. There it is. That one's not very good. Our last one here, I'm going to erase that and do that one again. Need to make sure that the line goes right through the middle of the note. There, that's better. Okay, for our third question, we need to draw a whole note in the appropriate space. So when we're in a space, there shouldn't be a line going through the note at all. There should be, we have our 2 lines here, you want the top of the note to touch the line and the bottom, like that. Okay, here we go, space number 2. 1, here's space number 2. We draw our note. Space number 4. 1, 2, 3, so that's right at the top. We draw our note. Space 1, right at the bottom. There we go. Space 3. 1, 2. Here it is right here. There we go. Space 4. 1, 2, 3. This one's at the top again. Space 2. 1, 2. Third space. 1, 2, 3. First space. Second space, 1, 2, draw a note. And our last one's on the 4th space, 1, 2, 3, 4. We draw a note right there. And that is how you number and draw notes on the lines and spaces.